Before we get into the spreadsheet, first let's understand what is a drop-down list. You can also call it as a pull-down. It gives user an ability to select one of the given predefined options. It restricts user to make sure the informations are accurate. Just in this case, if you will see, we have an HR who is reviewing some applicants. The final answer of review is yes, fail, no. So fail and no, and then pending, pass and yes. So you can see there is no standard format of entering the review value. So in this case, we can create a drop down. For this example, I have created a list of options which is yes, pending and no. So we will create drop down over here and we will see how it works. To create drop down, we will go to data tab and click on data validation drop down here. Select the list option and enter the source. In this case, it is yes, pending and no. Click OK. And now we have our drop down. We can simply drag this to paste the data validation rule in next cells, or we can just copy this, just select this option and then go to paste special and select validation, and that's it. Now we have data validation option in all these cells as well. If we want to delete the drop down, we can simply go to data validation and select clear all. This will delete data validation rule all the cells. We can also change the source. This option help you to make changes to all the cells at once, even without selecting these cells. So you can just try on your own and see how it works. Now understand what is input message. The input message is simply where it shows an input message. Let me show you here. Now whenever you will select the cell, the input message, so that the user know what to enter. So let's review only yes, pending and no. You can basically enter a brief description about the drop down here. Simultaneously, let's check error alert. So if you can say please enter value, you can enter your title wrong. Now whenever you enter anything else, please enter the right value wrong. So now you can just retry here. This is helpful in avoiding any invalid data. Now we will check out how to create a dynamic dropdown. Static dropdown list, the lists are not dynamic. Like in this case, if we create a dropdown here using these values, and if we enter one more value in the list will not update itself automatically. We have to again go here and change the selected range, and this will be a cumbersome task every time we have to do this. But let's understand a way so that we can make this drop down dynamic, so that whenever we add an item in the list, the drop down update itself automatically. Now let's make this list dynamic. We will first go and select this whole list and convert this into a table by using a shortcut key Ctrl T. As we can see, we have a header, so we'll tick box this and enter OK. Now we have a table here. We can just untick the filter button here, we don't require that. The table name here is table 1. We can go and change the table name to fruit. Now we have a table name that's called fruit. You can go here and see as well. You can see the Excel is highlighting the list. Now we will go to formula and select the list and click on the define name. Now we can name it as fruit list. Now let's just recheck if things are fine by clicking the name manager here, and there is one name as fruit list and one is table which is named as fruit. Now let's create a drop down. We'll go to data, enter data validation, select list and just enter name range and click OK. Now we can see the fruit names in the list. If we enter a new fruit name here and then go and double check the drop down, we can see the new fruit name will be in the drop down here. So this drop down is dynamic, not an static. So whenever you try to enter a new fruit name or new item in any list, the drop down will update itself automatically. Let's check another way to create a dynamic drop down. Like in this case, I have created using offset and counter function. If I will enter berry, the berry is populated here. Let me show you the formula. This formula is based in offset and count a function. Let me explain you quickly here. The offset function basically returns value from data as per the given offset range. So this is the reference point. We don't have row and column here, and this is the height. So from the reference point, it will go to height, which is, select this and click F9, which is 7. So from apple, it will count till 7 and populate the data here. Click F9. So from apple, which is the reference point, it will count 7 and all the 7 data will be populated here. Click escape. Counter function is basically count all those data points which are not blank. So in this case, I have -1 because the fruit is a heading, but it is also a non-blank cell. So we have to do a -1 in this case to exclude heading from the list count. By using this become dynamic. So the moment I will enter one value again here, this will populate again because the counter function automatically increase the height to 8 now because there is one more cell that is not blank. So now it is 8. Earlier it was 7. Now if we click here F9, you can see the guava as well. Although you see only apple here because this is in one cell only one text is visible, but if you will scroll down here you will see all the text one by one, and if you will scroll one cell below you will see value which is none because there is no value here, as you can see by clicking F9 here. So there is no value after guava, so we get an error value. If you have any problem in understanding offset and counter function, please check out the link below. Now in this example, we will create dependent drop-down list. In this drop-down list, there is a product drop-down and then there is a brand drop-down. So whichever drop-down we will select, the brand drop-down should automatically change. So it will be dynamic based on the selected product. So let's start and understand what I am trying to explain here. We will first go and select the range here and go to formula tab. Under that there is a create from selection. The create from selection automatically generate multiple name range at once. In this case we will create name range based on top row only. Click OK. Now we can go and see that we have name range camera, laptop and similarly mobile. Now what we are required to do here is to create a table. Let's go and create a table one by one for all three products. Let me speed up the video. Now I have created the table for each of the product as well. We can go here and see table 12, table 13 and table 14. So this is table 14. Now we will go and create a drop down for the products. I click OK. Now we have the drop down here and we can simply copy and paste the drop down here, and for brands we will create a drop down again. We will use, in this case we will use indirect function. Ignore the error. Now once you will select laptop, you can see the all the brand names of laptop. Similarly, you can select camera. These are the brand names of camera. You can see here there are some blank cells as well. We can just simply go here and go to home, find and select, go to special, click blanks and OK. Right click here and just delete. Save. Now make it camera here, and now you won't see any blank in the list. Now if we go and input another brand name, we will see the drop down will get updated automatically. I hope you guys have learned something here about creating a drop down in Excel. Please make sure to download the workbook to follow along and create a new one for yourself. Practicing each example is very important.